Good morning, class 12th. So this is your physics teacher again with you with some new concepts of physics. As you know, we are going through the chapter current electricity. I hope you all are just staying at home and just looking after the videos which we are providing you continuously. Students, this is a very golden opportunity for you all so that you can revise it at your home more and more. So yesterday we have gone through these type of graphs, the graph related to the temperature and resistivity. Yes, so the graph for conductors came like this. Yes, for semiconductors it came like this, and for alloys, because alloys don't have more changes, so it comes like this. Yes, so now I'll be telling you today, it is also the part of temperature. I hope you have received the notes of previous chapters. I'll be sending the notes for this chapter soon. So first, now we'll be talking about the temperature coefficient of resistance. Temperature coefficient of resistance, that will be called as alpha. Yes. So when we do experiments on experimenting, if temperature T changes to dt plus T plus dt, yes, and the resistance changes to R0 to dr, that on doing when we do some experiment at that time, suppose time is changing. When first time was T, then it turned to dt, T plus dt. Resistance was R0, then it turned to R0 plus dr. Okay, now when there is a change in resistance, you know the change in resistance, so it is directly proportional to temperature, that is dr proportional to dt. The more you will increase the resistance, the more temperature will be increased. Just in the previous derivation we have done this. And now similarly, the change in resistance will lead to the change in previous resistance also. Yes, on combining these two, then what will happen? dr will be directly proportional to R0 dt. Yes, now just integrate it. I am integrating it here only so that you can look here. Okay, on integrating it, just integrate it. dr, integrate it, take the limits R0 to Rf. You can write down R initial to R final resistance. Okay, then you can do for the temperature, that is R0 dt, and temperature can be from Ti to Tf. Yes, I am writing it again. You can see here dr, resistance changing from R0 to Rf, and similarly it is changing from R0 dt. Before doing this, we have to remove this proportionality sign. To remove this proportionality sign, we have to introduce alpha. Alpha is the constant quantity. Yes, I am writing it again. You can see over here. See, dr was proportional to dt. Yes, and similarly, if the resistance is changing, yes, then it will change how much? R0. Then if we just combine the both, then it will become proportional R0 dt. To remove this proportionality sign, we have to keep one constant. So dr is equals to alpha R0 dt. Students, make it sure this is proportionality sign. To remove this proportionality sign, we have to introduce one constant, and this constant is alpha, which is known as temperature coefficient. Got it? So now if we have to integrate it, we need proper limits. So apply the limits. R0 to, it can be Rf, final resistance, and from Ti to Tf. Yes, temperature initial to temperature final. Now you can see dr So we'll be having R as an integration. Yes, R naught to R. Now from here we have to take out the constant terms. So what can be the constant terms? R naught is constant and even alpha is constant. Yes. So what, and integrating we will see what temperature dt is there, so temperature will be integrated, so we will get T R, sorry, here it will be TF to TI. Got it? Now after doing this, R minus R naught, upper limit minus lower limit, that is RF minus R naught, and similarly here we have taken R naught and alpha, so here what will be remaining? TF minus TI, so it is a temperature constant. Got it? Similarly, if I take out the value of RF from here, then what will happen? It will change into R naught 1 plus alpha TF minus TI, this much. Got it? Now you can just write the values. R is equals to rho L by A. So for F it will be what? F, resistivity will change, but the length and area will be constant. If you are giving temperature, then what will happen? Maybe length can increase, but the volume will be same. Yes, that is why they will not increase. So what we can do over here? We can write down rho F L upon A, and here also rho O L upon A, and here can be 1 plus alpha del T. Instead of temperature final minus temperature initial, I have written del T. Got it? So A cancelled, LL cancelled. So what we got here? Rho F is equals to rho naught 1 plus alpha del T. Yes, on just calculating the value of alpha, we have to calculate the value of alpha. So on just calculating the value of alpha, you will get RF minus R naught upon R naught del T. So this is the temperature coefficient. Yes, from where it came? This RF I have, this rho F I have changed to RF, and rho 0 I have changed to R naught. Got it? You can write rho also, but standard form we can write the capital R. Yes, so its value can be written as Coulomb inverse, yes, Kelvin inverse. Got it? Now the value for conductors, okay, alpha for conductors is positive. Yes, then alpha for semiconductors is negative, and alloys, they are nearly to 0. From where we got it? We got it from this relation, because what will happen here? Initial resistance will be lesser than final. On decreasing the time, that is why it will come positive. Got it? I hope you have understood this relation. Now again, today we will be starting about the color coding of carbon resistance. Color coding of carbon resistance. Yes, so first I should know what is this carbon resistance and what is this color coding. We have seen the resistances. Yes, so what is this resistance? Carbon resistance basically. What is this carbon resistance? So commercially, if we go to commercially, what happens? The resistance comes in two types. Okay, so one type is alloys, the resistance made from alloys, which we are using in our lab. When we'll do the experiment, you can see, even we have seen the meter bridge wire. It is made from nichrome, magnenin or constantan. So resistance can be of alloys which can be nichrome, magnenin and constantan. Okay, and because why we are using it? because the resistivity of the alloy because the resistivity of these alloys is independent. We have seen in the derivation they are independent of temperature. Yes, because they don't have any significant changes on increasing the temperature. Because what will happen if we'll use any conductor, then what will happen? If temperature will be increased, the resistance will also be increased and the experiment will go wrong. So we use alloys. Alloys, why? Because they have the resistivity of these alloys independent of temperature. But what is the limitation in these alloys? In this, we cannot obtain high amount of resistance. Yes, so there is a limitation also. By using this alloy, they only can be used in our experiments which is done in lab. We cannot obtain high amount of resistance which is exactly required. Even I should say very high amount of resistance cannot be obtained by alloys. So for this we use carbon resistances. You must have seen the carbon resistance. They are very small in size. So what are the properties of these resistance? They can provide very high resistance. Yes, the amount of resistance which is used in our different instruments. Yes, then they are very compact. They are very small in size. If you have seen some smaller kits at your home, then you can see the resistance. You will see like this. They have 2 legs. This is resistance, and some colors are there. Bands of colors are there, and they are 4 in numbers. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yes. Now students, since they are very small in size, so that we can write its value. They are very smaller in size, so we cannot write its value. Okay, so that is why we use a code. We use a code that is called color coding of carbon resistor. And this coding is set in international market. And from this we get the exact value of resistance. Now how they works exactly? See, if this is a resistor. If this is a resistor and they have the 4 bands, they will be having 1, 2, 3 and 4. Got it? So they can be said as 4 coaxial color band. They are said as 4 coaxial color bands. In NCERT you will not find band. In NCERT it's written ring. Yes, 4 coaxial color ring. In NCERT you will find ring. So first ring, that is number. First ring your number. Yes, and second ring will also be a number. From color we will find out. So they will give you a significant value, that is the magnitude or numerical value. Now third ring will give you the multiplier. You will come more to know about it when we will do once numerical. So third ring